How's it going, everyone? Zombie J here, and welcome to the first ever episode of MythAxing. This is a brand new Fortnite series I'm going to be starting up, and in this series I'll be taking myths that you will leave in the comments and busting them to see whether they work or whether they don't. So ensure to leave your myths inside the comment section below, and I'll try to bust all of them so that they're ready for the next week's episode. As always, just before the video starts, I wanted to say that I do stream over on Twitch every single day, and I'd appreciate it if you could drop me a follow as well as joining me on my other social medias. All of my links are in the description. Now, let's move on to the first myth in today's episode. The first myth today was sent in by I Like Turtles aka Cameron on Discord, and he asks, can you kill a shark of any type with a smack of a boat? Now, as you can see, I have my boat, and a shark is in the water right now. However, the boat really doesn't seem to be doing much damage to him. So I've taken a few shots at him. We're going to go take a few more in a minute, I believe, with the tac shotgun. So we'll get him down a little bit. There we go. And let's hop back in the boat and continue to ram him to see if he eventually dies. Now, the problem with the boat is that it does so little damage to the shark, who has 800 health. So if you don't have another weapon, it's gonna take you a long time to hit him. And also you have to be quite good with your precision. But he's on his last bit of health here, and let's see. Yes, you can! You can kill the sharks with the boat, as you can see there. So there you go. That myth has been myth-axed. Thank you so much to Cameron for sending that one in. Let's move on to the next myth. The next myth up is, can you heal the Marauders around the map using the Chug Splash consumable? Now, as you all know, the Chug Splash is a throwable healing item that regenerates 20 HP to the player when it is thrown at their feet. So we want to test whether you can use this to heal the enemy Marauders that spawn around the map. Now, we've got a few of them that have landed on us here, as you can see, and we're just clearing them up and leaving the one to test at the back. So, as you'll see when I shoot the Marauder, it does 31 damage with no shield. So let's chuck the Chug Splash at them and take a look what happens. So there we go. As you can see, I did take a shot at the dude after hitting him with the Chug Splash, and it actually done shield damage with 33. Now that proves that you can indeed heal them. So yes, this has been myth-axed. Now, because of this, I get the feeling you must be able to do the same for the henchmen and mini bosses. But who knows, maybe we'll come back and check that out in a future episode. The third myth today was sent in by BobIsBob90, and he asks, is it possible for a person riding a shark to kill the mini bosses around the map? Now, this was by far one of the most hardest and irritating myths I have ever tried to record. I figured the only place I could test this was at the Fortilla, as Ocean is the only one near the water. But as you can see from the footage, the shark just was not going for Ocean or making any attempts to deal damage, and instead was just going for the real players that are in the water with me. Now, I'm honestly going to come out and say that I think I was doing something wrong personally, and I believe you can do this, but I just found it really hard to do so. So I'm going to say it's a myth-axed, but also a myth-fail at the same time. It may be possible, it's just very hard to execute. So thank you BobIsBob for sending that one in, and let's see what's next. The fourth myth in today's episode is, can you still use a whirlpool if an object is blocking your way? So I've got Kira with me on this one, and we decided to get a helicopter to see what would happen. Once we had the helicopter in place, I started using the whirlpool, and the obvious thing happened, which was it wouldn't let me pass the helicopter. However, after hitting it a few times, I noticed the whirlpool actually glitched out, as you can see in the footage, and I'm actually unable to reuse it unless I swim away and come back to the center. I found this very strange and weird, considering why would this be in the game? Why would it glitch out if you're just using the whirlpool? But overall, the short answer is no, you cannot use the whirlpool fully if an object is in your way, so this is a myth fail. On to the second to last myth today we have, can you launch a shark with the kit shockwave launcher? As you can see, I've already got the launcher, and we found ourselves a lovely shark in the water. We're just going to attract him over to us using a little building, and let's take a look what happens when I take the shot. Here we go. And yes, you can actually launch the shark, so this is another myth-axed. But this looks really funny to me because it does launch the shark how it does the player. But if you time it just right, like you see Kira do, you can launch him really, really high, which is definitely a sight to see. So once again, this is yet another myth-axed, and it's really fun. So test it out for yourself. And finally, coming down to the last myth of the episode, we have yet another myth sent in by Bob is Bob90. So thank you once again. And he asks, can you feed the shark a mythic weapon? And if so, what happens? So I've dropped the mythic shockwave launcher in the circle here, and we've got a shark circling at the moment. Let's see if he's going to eat it. He's swooping in. He's doing a little dive. Is he going to read it? And yes, he has actually eaten it and has turned into what I believe is a mythic shark. You can see from the little glow. So let's go back into the storm, take a few shots at him, see if we can kill him, and see what kind of loot he'll drop for us. We're just going to make sure we don't die here, because I really didn't want to lose this footage. I've been playing for quite a while to try and get this. Take a few shots from out the storm. We're going to get him nice and low, and then let's go take a look. He's almost dead. Swim over. What is that? That looks like... Oh wow, would you look at that? The shark has dropped the mythic gun back to us, as well as 2 legendary assault rifles. So this is really cool to see. You definitely need to try this in your own games if you need those legendary weapons early on. So that final myth has also been MythAxing. Thank you once again to Bob for sending that one in. So there we have it, everyone. That was the first ever episode of MythAxing. If you enjoyed it, then please leave me a like and also subscribe. That'd be very appreciated. And be sure to leave your myths in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get to them. But without any further ado, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please follow me on Twitch for daily live streams, and peace out everybody. Have an amazing day.